Me. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 11 of Black Ops 3 Mod Tools. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make zones and zombies. So we're going to start off with a fresh map, everything blank. We're going to start from scratch, and I'm going to show you guys how to add zones. All right, so first things first, let's open up Launcher. There we go. Now, I'm going to make a new map. I'm click on File, click on New, and I'm going to name it. All right, I'm going to call it ZM, and I'm gonna put underscore, and I'm gonna call it Zonie. Now you can name it whatever you want. This is just what I'm gonna call it. I like being stupid like that. And now we're gonna select the template, and I'm gonna go to ZM mod level. Click on that, press OK, and it built the scripts for us. Now we're good to go. All right, click OK. Now highlight the map we just made. Let's right click it, and we'll go to Open Map in Radiant. Click on that. Let's do it. All right, like I said, we're going to make this from scratch. That way you guys get the perfect idea on how to do zones. All right, give it a sec. And now it's open. All right, cool. So this is the template map, but we're not going to use this. So we're actually, you know what? Let's do something really quick. There's only one thing we're going to need from this map, and I want you guys to do this along with me. So you see these structs right over here? See all of those? That one, that one, that one, this one, that one, and this one, and this one right here, the one that they're all linked to. I want you to select all of them. In total, there's 9. There's 4. There's 4 yellow, 4 purple, and 1 red. So make sure you select every one of these structs. Do that right now. And with all of them selected, all the structs right over here, not this one. This is the player start. With all of them selected, we're going to go over to File. Remember, with it being selected, and we're going to go to Save selected. Click on that, and then we're going to navigate to the underscore prefabs. Click on that. Go to ZM. Click on that. Go to ZM core, and then we're going to name it. And we're going to call this spawn points. Now we're going to need this. So put spawn underscore points, and then hit save. And then now we just made our own prefab with the spawn points. So now we can get out of that. All right, now hit I on the keyboard. That way it selects everything in the map. And we're going to hit backspace. And we're going to delete everything. All right, cool. So now let's start building our level. So let's go to the middle, the center of the merging lines. And, drag out a box. Now, starting off, whenever I say one box, I mean one of the big boxes. Now, we're going to be on grid 4. So just go right over here. And as you can see, it says 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4 is grid 8. So that's what we're going to be working on. So make sure you're on grid 8. If you don't know how to do it, just click on the number 4 and it'll put you right on it. That way you have these amount of boxes. Now, when I say one box, I'm talking about one full box. Like you see the gray around it. So just in case I say that, you guys already understand what I mean. All right, so starting with the intersecting white lines, we're going to drag out on one full box. We're going to go 5 out to the left. So that's 5 boxes from the left of the line. Now we're going to go 5 up. Now we're just making the first room. I want it to be a good, decent size. So there you go. Remember, we're doing it from the top view. So 5 across, 5 up. Now we're going to drag it from the right. And we're going to do that same amount also. So we're going to go 5 to the right. That way, when you look at it, we have 10 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's another 5. So that's 10 across. Now we're going to drag it down 5 boxes so it's even. There we go. All right, so this is the size of our first room. So make sure you got that good, and then we could keep going. All right, so now that we got that set, hold Control and press Tab so we can change the view. And we're going to put the line, well, at least the floor, right under the white line, because that's going to show us where our start floor is. That way we don't get lost. All right, so hit Escape. Now I'm on the front view, so I'm going to go 2 boxes up. I'm going to drag a brush, and I'm going to make a side wall. You know, just make it one little box, and then hit spacebar, and then move it over to this side and hit Escape. And as you can see on the camera view, we have it that we have a wall on each side and we have the floor. Now let's drag out a brush starting at this wall right here at, at the end of the first box, and we're going to drag over. Let me zoom out so you guys can see it better. And drag it over. Hold Control, press Tab. Now it's on the side view. Hold Control and press Tab, and now we're on the top view. So we're going to move it up. There we go. Now we already have 3 walls, 1, 2, and 3. Now with this one selected, hit spacebar and just move it down and press Escape. All right, so now we already have 4 walls and a floor. So this is going to be the start room. This perfect way to start off your start room because everything is even. So once we start copying this room and making other zones, it'll line up perfectly. And you guys will see exactly what I mean. So make sure you got that good, and let's keep going. All right, so now that we already have all this, with nothing selected, press I on the keyboard so we can select everything. There we go. Now hold Alt, hold Shift, and then press C. And this is going to give it all a cock texture. Wow, there you go, baby. Thank you, Treyarch. All right, so now we already have the first room, and it's textured up the way we want it. You know, it's a cock texture, which is a texture that's invisible in game, but at least we could see and we can, you know, paint it. All right, so let's hold Control and Shift and left click on the floor. That way it'll just select that face, not the whole thing. As you can see, the bottom is not selected. So we did select just the face. And we're going to go over to textures. So press T on the keyboard. Make sure your textures windows popped up. And go to usage and go to floor. And pick out a floor texture. It could be whatever you guys want. Make sure it's not all in views. Make sure you have it on all right over here. So it'll show you all the textures. And make sure you pick a texture that is not a decal and not transparent. So just pick out one that says light detail, or just basic light plus is fine, you know, or else it doesn't have any of those references. So I'm just going to pick out a basic texture. Let's see. And make sure it's not a blend texture either. No blend. So let me see. Let me look for a floor. I'm going to pick this one over here. T7 Asphalt Old Black. We'll click on that one. Actually, let me go to this one. T7 Asphalt Damaged Dark Wet NW. Double click on that. Now I gave it a texture. All right, now let's do one for the walls. You know, you can pick out whichever texture you want. Just make sure it's not a blend texture. So I'm going to hold Control, press Shift, select this wall, hold Control and Shift, left click that wall, this one, this one. Now I'm going to look for interior wall texture. You know, I'm just trying to make it nice and because I want you guys to be able to go into this game and check it out for yourself once we're done. So we're going to go into interior wall, and let's pick out an interior wall texture. You know, it doesn't have to be the same as me, but you know, just pick out something that you'll like. It's your map, you know. I'm just helping you make it. So let's see. If anything, I'm gonna pick this one. T7 metal wall panel 02 gray. Double click on that, and there we have it. All right, now it's pretty much good to go. So now we can actually start adding info volume, and some zombies. So first things first, let's zoom out, get a good look. We can get rid of the textures windows now. There we go. Now you guys can see it a little bit better. Now we're gonna hit B on the keyboard and we're gonna bring up the entity browser. Now we're gonna go into info. There we go. And we're gonna go to volume. And with it being selected, left click, drag it to the center of your map, and it dropped it in. All right, now let's stretch this out to the inner sides, or the inner part of this first room. Looks good. Now I'm at a top view. Now I'm gonna hold Control and Tab, go from a side. And it doesn't have to be all the way up, just the parts that the character is gonna be in. So I'll just leave it like one box down, right there. All right, so this is gonna be the start zone. So with it being selected, just hit N on the keyboard for entity info. And then now we're gonna give it some KVPs. So let me make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see. There we go. All right, so first things first, let's put a script noteworthy. Now we're gonna go over to add KVP, click on that, and we're gonna type in script underscore noteworthy. Hit tab so we can switch over to the next part where it says value, and then type in player underscore volume and hit add. There we go. That's good with the first one. Now we're gonna hit add KVP again, and then this time we're gonna put in script underscore string, and I'm gonna go to value, and I'm gonna put in. Now we're gonna have to name this zone. So this is gonna be the start zone. So let's just call it start zone. So let's go start underscore zone underscore spawners. There you go. So start zone spawners. Hit add. There we go. All right, now we're gonna add one more. Click add KVP. And then we're gonna call this actually, we should have gave it a target name. Okay, we're gonna do that too. All right, so go target, not target name. We're gonna go target, and then we're gonna call it start zone, start underscore zone underscore spawners, and hit add. There we go. Now go over here where it says target name, and we're gonna type in start zone, start underscore zone. Now this is the volume. This is gonna be our start zone volume. So it's already hooked up. And the reason it's going crazy right now is because we haven't linked anything to it, but that's going to come later. All right, so now we already got the first zone good to go. Control tab, let me go from a top view. All right, now we're going to make a zombie window. So what I want you to do right now is select the volume, click on it, it's going to light up. Press H on the keyboard and we're going to hide it. And then we'll bring it back later because right now we don't need it. So hit H on the keyboard and it'll hide it. There you go. Now it's nice and hidden. Now I'm going to select one of the walls. I'm going to select the bottom one. So I'm going to hold shift, left click. There you go. It selected that one. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Remember, I'm right in the center of the white line. So from the white line, I'm going to go left and I'm going to go 4 boxes out. Now this is the size of the window we're going to make. I'm going to press X on the keyboard. That way it'll do the cut tool. Press X. And then now whenever you click on one of the lines, go 4 out. And then you see this line right here. You can add a dot there. Add a dot on the bottom. That's 1 dot and 2. Now as you can see, it's going to do a little slice. Hold shift and press enter and it'll cut it. Now, as you can see from the white line, we went 4 out. Now we're going to do the same to this side. 1 dot, 2 dots, hold shift, press enter. There we go. Press escape. And if we move down and we select it, as you can see, it made 3 parts now. All right, cool. So we're going to go from a front view, hold control and press tab. And then we're going to select that wall, just the middle one. And we're going to cut it up. Press X again. And we're going to go 5 boxes down. Put a dot there, put a dot there. It could be anywhere as long as it's in a straight line, wherever you want to cut it. Hold shift, press enter. Now I'm going to go 4 boxes up from the bottom. 1 dot there, 1 dot there. Hold shift, press enter. There you go. Hit escape. Now if I select the center, you can see it's got a window ready to go. Now with it being selected, hit backspace, and there we go. There's going to be the entrance for the zombies to come in. Now we're going to make a little catwalk for the zombies to come in, you know, just to make it look nice. So right now I'm on the top view, you know, right in front of the window. As you can see, the camera's right here. There you go. All right, now, as you can see, since we made it even, the boxes are going to line up perfectly. So we have 2 boxes right in front of the window, one on the left, one on the right. So on the inner side of the box, we're going to drag out a brush. We're going to go 3 boxes down, 3 big boxes. Hold control and tab, go to the side view. And now remember, this green part is the floor. So with it being above the floor, move it up to the end where the green is right there. There you go. That's the side view so you can see it. This is the top view. All right, now hit spacebar and copy it on the other side. And actually, just go a little bit further down. This side has 3 boxes down. This side, we're going to do 5. And I'm going to show you why. Press escape. Now, I'm going to drag out a box, well, at least a wall on this side connecting to this one, the 5th one. Press escape. And we're going to make another wall right over here. Bow. So now, it looks like a hallway. All right, so let's drag out a floor. As you can see, it's right in the middle of it. So drag out a box right here and go down. Right now I'm on the top view, that's fine. Now hold control and press tab so you could change the views and go down and drop it down. Now that's going to be the floor. Press escape, hold control and tab, let's go back to the top view and let's make a floor right here. And hit escape. As you can see, we already have a room for the zombies to walk into. You know, so the zombies they're going to be coming in through here. Now let's close this up because I don't want to use the sun volume. Now also, you see these cock textures on the sides of the window? Just select the wall, select this part, select that part, select this one, select this one. And then press U on the keyboard for usage. Actually, bring up your textures. Press T. There you go. It'll bring up the wall texture that you picked. And double click it. And now the cock texture disappeared. There we go. All right, now if you want, you can change the texture of the floor, make it look different. Me, I'm just going to leave it like that because, you know, it's trying to speed up this video. It might be a little bit long, but at least you guys are going to get the point. All right, so now that that's done, select the floor. There's going to be 2 pieces for you to select, this part and that part. And hit spacebar and move it over and bring it up. There you go. And press escape. And as you can see, you got a floor and you got a ceiling. All right. So hold control and tab. Let's go from the top view. Select one of the walls. There you go. Doesn't matter which one it is. Could be that one, this one, or this one. Press escape. And now you see where this little open area is? Just cover that up because we don't want any light going in there. Press escape. Now the reason I selected one of the walls is that way it'll put the brush exactly where the item I last selected was. And as you can see, it's closed up perfectly. Now, right now, I'm not showing you much, but it's really important when you make the hallway for your zombie. You know, 80 to 65% of the time a person is playing, they're looking at a hallway that the zombies are coming in because they're trying to stop the zombies before they even get into the map. So you got to make this a little bit more appealing, you know? Like, don't just drop a zombie there and they can see the zombie spawning, or, you know, it looks kind of plain and bland. You know, it's like you want to spice it up. All right, so this part is already done. Now let's start adding the window and the zombies. All right, so we're gonna click B on the keyboard and bring up the entity browser. I'm gonna go over to actor, and you see this spawner ZM factory zombie. I'm gonna drag that over and we're gonna put it at the end of the hallway right here. There you go. Put this bad boy right in the middle so we don't see him, because this is well, actually he's not gonna be spawning here, but you at least want him out of the way. You want him in the map, but not really in the map. All right, so he's right there. You know, that's fine. He's supposed to be halfway between in the floor. That's cool. You know, you can also bring him up. It depends on what you like. I like leaving him right there. All right, so this bad boy, we're gonna give it some KVPs. So go over to entity info. You might have it already open. If not, press N on the keyboard. And we're gonna put in, look for the spot that says co-op underscore count. Click on that. Well, right over here. And it's gonna have a 1, then it's gonna have 0, 0, 0. You see where the 1 is? Add 9999. So 9,999. Press enter. There you go. That's done. Now, next thing is we're going to give it a target name. So move down and you're going to see target name. And then we're going to give it a target name of, let's see, what are we going to name this zone? Well, actually it's start zone. So start underscore zone. And then we're going to put underscore spawners. And press enter. There you go. That's good. All right, next thing we're going to do is add a KVP. So go to add KVP, click on that. And then we're going to put script underscore force spawn. And then go over to value and put 1, the number 1. And click add. There you go. All right, now we're going to add another KVP. Go to script underscore noteworthy. And then this one we're going to put zombie underscore spawner. Not spawners, spawner. And you can press enter or press OK. And move up where it says count right over here. Well, deselect the zombie and then select him again. And when you look at count, it should say 9999 now. And also co-op count should say 9999. And that's pretty much it. That's all we have to do for the zombie. All right, we're almost done with this part. Now let's add a script struct. So we're going to go over to entity browser, press B on the keyboard. There you go. Got the browser open. Let me close up all these windows so it doesn't look distracting. Now we're going to go to script and we're going to go to struct. And we're going to drag one over right over here. There you go. Now it doesn't matter which way he's pointing. You know, just as long as you got a script struct in there. And the script struct, you can have them halfway on the floor, just like the other one. I like doing it like that. All right, so hit N on the keyboard so we can go to the entity info. There we go. Now, as you can see, it says script struct right over here. And we're going to give the struct, go to target name right here. And we're going to put in start underscore zone underscore spawners. Press enter. Now we're going to go to add KVP. We're only going to be doing this once because we're going to be copying these zombies over to different zones. So trust me, you're not going to have to keep doing this over and over. We're going to make a prefab, and we're going to make it so easy that you guys are going to be making maps like nothing. So the next one we're going to put in as a KVP is going to be script underscore noteworthy. And we're going to put in spawn underscore location. Press enter. And then we're also going to give it one last KVP. And we're going to give it script underscore string. And then we're going to call it start underscore zone underscore window 1. Now, this part, you can name it whatever you want, but name it window 1 because this is the first window. That way, when you make a window 2, window 3, window 4, you understand what it means exactly. So, if anything, just do it exactly the way I'm mentioning it, and it'll go smooth. Like, because when we start changing up the zones for other spots, you'll see how fast we're going to be doing it. So, this is the last KVP. Hit add. There you go. All right, so now we should have script noteworthy, spawn location, script string, start zone underscore window 1, and target name, start zone spawners. And it should be 3 altogether. 1, 2, and 3. That's good to go. Press escape. All right, now let's add the zombie window or the barrier. So we're going to go over to entity browser, and we're going to open up a prefab. So go over to Misc, and then we're going to go to prefab. Drag a prefab right over here where the windows is going to be. Click on that. Now we're going to go into ZM. We're going to go into ZM core, and you're going to pick the one that says barricade receiver wood hide pieces. Double click on that, and there we have it. All right, now the way the zombies are going to be entering the room, the arrow is going to point to the way that they're going. So this, I have to rotate it. So hold shift and press D in case you have to rotate it, and then just move it down. And these are the boards right here. So you want to line that up with the beginning of your wall. So I'm going to press 2 on the keyboard. That way it'll shrink down the grid. You know, try to have it right in the middle. That's why we made this box that size, so we can have space on both. And as you can see, where I made the window, you see 3 and 3. It's more like 3.5, but it's even. Now, press 4, so we can go back to grid 8. Hold Control and Tab. And actually, it's right there. That's perfect. So as you can see, this green thing is just going one box up from the floor. That's cool. All right, so the window is in a good spot. I'm going to hit escape, and I'm going to back up, and you can see it right there. It's a good size window, and the traverse is a little bit high, but we can fix that later. Now, we're going to select the zombie window. Oh, I'm selecting the ceiling. So select it from here. There you go. And then hit N on the keyboard. So to bring up the entity info. And we're going to give this script string, go to add KVP, and we're going to go to script underscore string. And then we're going to go to value, and we're going to put in the name of the start zone that we're doing, well, the name of the zone, and then we're going to put window 1. So it's going to be start zone, start underscore zone underscore window 1, and hit add. And that's pretty much it. Now we can link the zombies to this zone. So remember, we hid the volume, so we need to bring it back. Hold shift and press H, and it'll bring the zone back. So if I move up, you can see the volume is back. And as you can see, the zombies, well, it's already linked to the zone. So that's pretty much done for us. And the way you can tell is that you see a line going from the zombie spawn, the zombie right there, and the script struct. And you can see that the lines, they're pointing down to them. Now let's make sure that's right. So make sure we go over to them. Let me click on the zombie, press N. So to bring up the entity browser. And let's see. Looks like it's good. Let's escape. Click on that one. And it's good. Yep, everything is linked to it. So that's already the first zone with zombies ready to go. All right, so let's make a door because we want to go into another zone. In fact, let's just copy everything right now, and I'm going to show you why and how easy we're going to make a different zone with everything already made. So we're going to hit I on the keyboard with nothing selected. Hit I. It'll select everything. Make sure you're on grid 8, number 4. Hit spacebar, hold shift, press D once, and then from the middle, drag it up. And then put it right at the beginning of this white line. So it's right in the middle. And there we go. Now if I control tab and move, as you can see, now I'm going to put a door right over here, and it's going to go into this new zone, and everything's already hooked up. All we have to do is just change the KVPs, and it's simple. That's going to take a minute. So don't hit escape. Hit spacebar again, now that we have it lined up. See, this is the white line. It's right at the end of it. And you see it's on the upper left. Hit spacebar, hold shift, press D, press it once, press it twice, and then move it over. Now we have another zone. Zoom in so you can see it. There we go. Line it up right. Now, as you can see, everything's lined up perfectly. Just move it over. So it starts where the white is. And as you can see, it lined up perfectly. So now we have the start zone. We have zone 1 and zone 2. Now we can do one more. Hit spacebar, hold shift, press D like 3 times, and now we're gonna have a third zone. Make sure it's right in the middle. Now the reason I made the boxes that size was so that it lines up perfectly. You see? That's why it's good to make your map even, and everything will come out perfect. When you make doors, you add windows, you add other items to the map, it's already set and good to go. So let me get rid of these right here. It's already in the spot where I want it. There we go. Now we have 4 different zones. Hit escape, and there we have it. All right, now let's rename these zones real quick. Well, let's at least make a door to go in through, because all of these zones are linking to the start zone. We want it to link to their own zone. So let's name them. All right, so go over here. This is going to be zone 1, the one to the left. So we're going to move up. And as you can see, it's all 4 zones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or else it could be 1, 2, 3, and 4. But we're going to have that zone 1 and zone 2 lead to zone 3. Actually, because it's actually 4 zones, but I'm calling start zone 0, and 1, 2, and 3. That's why. Or else it could be 1, 2, 3, and 4, whichever you consider it. So let's go over to zone 1, It's the one on the left. Click on the volume, hit N on the keyboard, and here we go. So as you can see, it says start zone. We're going to change that to zone 1 now. So get rid of this part, or else put a 1 right there. Get rid of this part, hit escape, and now it says zone 1 spawners. Press enter, go to target name, and put it zone 1. Press enter. Bow. All right, the volume's done. All right, now let's go over to the struct, or at least the window. Click on the window. And as you can see, it says start zone window 1. We're going to change it to zone 1 because this is a new zone that we're doing. So it's 1. I hope I don't run out of space on my hard drive. Ooh, please let me finish this video in time. All right, so zone 1 underscore window 1. There you go. Press enter. That one's done. And all we're doing is changing start zone to zone 1. So click on this struct. Click on this one, script string. Add 1. And take out the beginning. Click on this one. Add 1. Take out the beginning. Now it says zone 1 underscore spawners and script string zone 1 underscore window 1. Make sure you press enter so it applies it. There you go. Now let's do the zombie. All right, so script noteworthy, zombie spawner, that's fine. But target name, look at that, start zone. This isn't start zone anymore. This is gonna be zone 1. Click on that. Get rid of the N. There you go. Press enter. And let's look at the zone now. Now, as you can see, it's not linking to it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to select the volume and select the zombie. Is the zombie selected? Yes, it is. And we're going to press W. Bow. And now it linked it perfectly. Now you see both lines going to it. And let's see where it's going to. Bow, it's going to the new zone that we just made. It's that simple. All right, now let's do it to the other rooms. All right, now we're going to go over to this zone over here, zone 3. So that's up here, that's over here. Because remember, this one is zone 1. Now this is zone 2. Remember, look at how the zombies are being linked to the zone. It's working perfectly. But these zones are saying start zone, so we got to change that. That's why it's linking to them. So now we're going to mess with zone 3. This one we're going to call it zone 3. So click on the volume, press N on the keyboard, change everything to zone 3. Zone 3, press enter. Zone 3, press enter, press escape. All right, now let's do the zombies and everything else. Do the window, select the window. As you can see, it says Misc Prefab, zombie barricade receiver hide pieces. That's fine. All right, so script string. Now we're gonna change it to zone 3. Get rid of this front part. Bow. Press enter. Okay, that's done. So let's do these over here. Change this. Zone 3. Press enter. And over here, script string says start zone window 1. We want to change that to zone 301. I mean, window 1. Yeah. Zone 3 underscore window 1. Press enter. Wow. All right. And remember, select the volume. Select the zombie, not the struct. And press W. Oh, why is only one linking? Let's check that. See if I changed everything on here. Spawn location. Check the zombie real quick. Ah, you see, I didn't change the target name. That's why it's doing that. So for the zombie, start zone should be zone 3 now. Zone 3 underscore spawners. Press enter and make sure everything else is good. Now we're gonna select the volume again and select the zombie and press W. Hey, what's it doing it again? Did I not change it? I think it's the volume I have wrong. Let's see. Ah, yeah, it is. It's the volume. So the volume, I didn't change this part. It's going crazy. I was like, we just did it. All right, so zone 3 spawners. That's the target. There you go. All right. Now make sure that this isn't saying the wrong one. Yep. Put it at zone 3. Zone 3. Press enter. And as you can see, they're both linking to this zone now. Bow. All right, so now we have one more to go. So let me see where the beginning is. Let's see what this one is. This is zone 3. That's zone 1. Or start zone. And now we're going to do this one, zone 4. So change this. Zone 4. Press enter. Target name. Zone 4. Press enter. Press escape. All right. Let's go to the window. Click on the window. Change that to zone 4 underscore window 1. Remember, don't change it to zone 4 window 4. It's because this is just, there's only one window in this room. That's why we're doing it as window 1. All right, so zone 4 underscore window 1. That's cool. All right, now select these. And we're going to change it to zone 4. Zone 4. Press enter. And change the start zone spawners to zone 4 underscore spawners. Press enter. Press escape. And make sure the volume is right. Zone 4, zone 4. Because both of them have to link. Zone 4, zone 4. Bow. And target. We got to change that one. Zone 4. Press enter. Zone 4 spawners. Okay. And make sure the volume is good. Zone 4. Okay. So select the volume. Select the zombie. Press W and bow. And now we're done with the zones. Now all we have to do is just make a door. And you add a script flag to the trigger of the door. And you put enter zone 1, enter zone 2, enter zone 3. And that's it. All right, so let's make a trigger. I'm praying I don't run out of space. Let's see how much space I have. Whoa, a gig and a half. All right, people, let's see if we can do this quick. All right, let's go to the first zone. Start zone, yeah. Select this one. This is zone 3. All right, this is start zone. All right, so we're gonna go down here. Select this wall and select the other one too. And that one, because we're gonna make 2 doors real quick. So I selected this wall and then that wall and that wall, going into 1 and 2. All right, so we're gonna press X on the for cut tool. I'm going from a top view. I'm gonna do one there, do one there. Shift enter. Do one here do one there, Shift Enter, do one here, do one there, Shift Enter, do one here, do one there, Shift Enter. Press Escape. And now when I look at it, that's it. There it is right there. And where's the other one? Right there. Now we're going to move it up. Let me move this over so you guys can see. I'm like pushing it for time. All right. Whoop. And go 4 boxes down from the top. That's a good height. Or at least 5 down. Press Escape. Okay. Select this one and that one. And do the same thing. Go right to where we ended it. Right there. Bow. Perfect. All right. Select the walls. Not the zone. Select the walls. And that's texture it so it won't be invisible in game. Go to T for textures. Double click. There you go. Also do it to the top ones. Make sure you don't click the volume. Double click. Let me check my space. Okay, I think I'll make it. All right. All right, so now we have 2 doorways. All right, cool. So I'm gonna make a trigger, or at least drag out a brush of where the door is gonna be. Move it down. We'll just cover that part. Press 3 on the keyboard. Move it in, because this is gonna be a sliding door, and you don't want it showing through the ends. So I'm gonna do that one. That's good. Now I'm gonna give it a door texture. So I'm gonna go over to textures. I'm gonna go out of usage. And I'm gonna go to door. There we go. Make sure it's on all so it'll show us door textures. That's it. Where are my door textures? All right. Go to all. And then write door. There you go. Now give us a door texture over here. Double click on that. Hit S for surface inspector and go to set. So it'll size it up right. At least the textures. Press escape and bow. Look at the door right there. All right, so select the door. We're gonna go into entity info, press B on the keyboard, and we're gonna go to script, and we're gonna turn this into a brush model. So you're gonna left click brush model and drag it onto it. Bow. Now it says script brush model. That's perfect. All right, now press N on the keyboard to go into entity info. We're gonna give it some KVPs, and we're gonna call it script vector. That's gonna be 1. So go to add KVP, go to script underscore vector, and then we're gonna put in 0 space 0 space 0 and press enter. Wow, that's done. Target name. Now we're gonna name this auto 100. Trust me. Call it auto 100. Press enter. Hit escape. Okay, cool. So let's drag out a brush right in front of it. Now it still has the door texture, but that's fine. And then we're gonna go to the entity browser again, press B, and we're gonna go to trigger, and we're gonna go to views. So double click on that, and it turned it into a trigger. Press S on the surface inspector and click set, and it'll put the trigger looking nice. Let me rotate this, or at least I can flip it. Let me stop messing with that. All right, so it says trigger. Actually, let me select it, hold shift, press D, and bow, just in case you want to see it say trigger. All right, so now we're gonna give the trigger some KVPs. Hit N on the keyboard, go to the entity info, and target name is going to be what are we gonna call this? Zombie door. Zombie underscore door. Press enter. That's cool. Add KVP and put zombie cost, zombie underscore cost, and we're going to price it at 100. Press enter. And then we're going to put add KVP again. We're going to put script underscore noteworthy. And then we're going to put this as magic underscore door. Magic door underscore door. Script noteworthy, magic underscore door. Press enter. And then we're going to give it a script flag. This is where it's going to activate the zone. So go to add KVP, go to script underscore flag, and then enter underscore zone 1, because that's what the zone is. Press enter. All right, cool. Hit escape. Now select the trigger, select the door, and press W. That way it'll link it together. Bow. All right, now select the trigger, select the door. Actually, let's, one more last thing. Select the door, and now we're gonna give it a vector. Now, if you look at the blue, that's Y, that's going up. Y is pushing back, and X is going left and right. So we want this door to go in either direction. This is, the first 0 is X, second is Y, third is Z. So I want this going up, so I'm gonna go to Z. So I'm gonna put, this is X, Y, and Z. So right here on Z, I'm gonna put 120. Press enter. You could put 100, but I like putting 120. Make sure it goes up pretty high. And that's it. Hit escape. Now select the trigger, select the door, hit spacebar. Now I'm gonna copy it over to this side. There we go, it's lined up perfectly. And then hit escape, select the trigger, and as you can see, now it says auto 101. So now we can just copy and paste this door as many times as we want, and it'll be a new door. So right now, go to script flag, because this is zone 2. This is the door for zone 2. And click zone, enter underscore zone 2. Press enter. Bow, that's done. And I'm running out of time, so I'm just gonna do these 2 zones, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. So let's add the player spawns, the initial spawn points that we did in the beginning. Let's add that right now to the start zone. Press escape, make sure nothing is selected. Now we're gonna go over to the entity browser, press B, and we're gonna go to Misc, and we're gonna go to Prefab, and drop a Prefab right in the middle of it, of the start zone. Go to ZM, go to ZM Core, and look for it. It should say whatever you guys named it. We called it spawn points, I think it was. Click on that. Bow. Now let's leave that in the first zone. There we go. Move them down just a little bit. And as you can see, they're all right here. Hit escape. Now let's add, let me see how much space I still have now. I know I'm shrinking down. Oh, okay, I still got space. All right, cool. So let's add a player spawn now. So go over to info on the entity browser, press B, go to info, and go to player, and go to start. So drag a start right onto your map. Bow. Make sure he's not in the ground, so let's move him up. There you go, that's perfect. Now, the arrow is the way he's positioned. So I want him to face the doors. So I'm gonna hold shift and press D while it's selected. And it'll rotate the arrow. See, now it's facing this way. I'm gonna have him with the back, with the window to his back. And move that over, should have left it, there you go. Okay, that's good right there. Oh, he's on the floor. Oh, no, that's the other one. Hit escape. And that's pretty much it. Let's start hooking up the zone now. Now we're gonna go do some scripting, and let's see how this comes out. So press escape. Make sure nothing is selected. Go to file, go to save. Bow. All right, let's get out of this. All right, now this is the map that we were working on, ZM Zonie. So I'm gonna right click it. I'm gonna go to Show Zone Folder. Click on that. And as you can see, in it, and then go to Zonie, go one back, and then go into scripts, go to ZM. And as you can see, yours might not look like this because I have an app that's is kind of like Notepad, reading it. This program called Notepad++ works great for modifying files. It's kind of like a Notepad, but it's a lot cooler, a lot easier. So you want to go over to your gsc file, not the CSV, the gsc file. Click on that. It's going to show you all of this. Move down. Now you're going to see function main. And as you can see, it says initial zones, start zone. That's good. Now you want to move down a little bit more. And you're going to see function user map test zone int. So right here, right after this bracket, press enter. That's because we're going to put the information right in here. Now what I want you guys to paste is copy this part right here where it says treat level. Don't copy treat level. Copy ZM zone MRG, the 2 double dots. Actually, I'm gonna leave the information in the description so you guys can just cut and paste that. So the information I'm gonna have in the description is gonna be this. And just hit tab so it'll move over and go to paste. And this is it. This is what you're gonna see in the description. So it's gonna say ZM zone manager double dots add underscore adjacent underscore zone, and you know it has these quotation marks. This is the first zone, start zone. Now our second zone is zone 1. So it's showing us that this is the start zone. We also have another zone called zone 1, and this is the script flag that we put for the door, which is enter zone 1. So that's fine. Now we're gonna copy and paste this one more time. Copy and paste it. Now we're gonna tell it to go to that we have another zone door, and which is zone 2. Well, I guess we were calling it 3 or whatever. But it's also in start zone, and it's zone 2, and the script flag for the other door said enter zone 2. There you go. So these are our first 2 zones. So it's, let me go to radiance so you guys can see. Come on, baby. Don't run out of space. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to rush it because I don't want to lose all this time I just made on this video. It's these mod tools. They take up all the space in the world. Oh my God. All right. So it's Sony. All right. Now remember, the room I'm in right now is the start zone. And then this door is zone 1. Click on the trigger. Let's see. Press N. And as you can see, the script flag. Let me move it over. The script flag says enter zone 1. Press escape. You look at this one, it says enter zone 2. And if we move up, this is zone 1. This is zone 2. Oh, it says zone 3. We gotta change that. All right, so we have one that says 1 and the other one that says 3. So we're gonna change the flag on this trigger. Good thing I checked it. So script flag is Zone 3. Like, you can name them whatever you want, but like number them so you know which spots they are. All right, so let me go back into the CSG. And instead of zone 2, it's actually zone 3. Zone 3. All right, so as you guys can see, there's start zone, which is the zone we're in. And then over here is zone 1. Over here is zone 3. And because the reason we're putting start zone is because this is the zone we're in. This is the zone we want to go into. And this is the door flag. So the door flag is going to activate the zone. So let's try this now. So make sure you click on File, click on Save. Let's get out. Let me add a sun because I don't have any lights in here. So let me go to Info. Let me go to the Entity Browser. Let me go to Info, well, Volume, excuse me, Volume, and go to Sun. And let's drag this over it so we can compile the lights. And there we have it. All right, cool. So now we have the sun volume covering our whole map. That's cool. Every part of it. Press Escape. Now let's hit F8 on the keyboard. There you go. Now, as you can see, the map is dark because we didn't generate the light yet. We didn't hit the lightning bolt. So you see, unbuilt lighting. So click on the lightning bolt and bow. It built the lighting for us. So now we're gonna click on File, click on Save. It might tell me, oh, do you want to export the lighting? Let's see if it said that. Or I don't have anything selected, right? Oh no, that was just a regular save. So save, yes. Exit out. Oh, there it is. Lighting change. Do you want to export? Say yes, because we just built the lighting. Leave it the way it is. You could bump up the quality of it, put it on medium. But when I did it on low. So I'm gonna leave it on low right now. Click OK. Let's open up Launcher. Make sure the map is selected. Go to Compile, go to Lights, go to Link, go to Run, and click on Build. Now remember, all the zones that we made, just copy the volume, copy the zombie, copy the barrier, and then the script struct, and then just rename it to whatever zones you want. And you're good to go from there. Just make it as a prefab like I showed you in the beginning. You know, that way whenever you import it into your map, all you have to do is just stamp the prefab. You go to prefab on the top and you go to stamp. That way it'll release all the pieces. And then you can just put it wherever you want, rename it the way we did. All you're doing is changing the zone name. And that's it. You're good to go. You won't have to keep messing with it. But let's see how it came out. See how much space I'm down to. Come on, Radiant. Give it a second. Let's load it up. Now, if the zones aren't correct and we made any error, as soon as I step in that zone, I'm going to die. So let's see if I did it right. That's the way we're going to tell it if it went wrong. Give it a sec. There we go. All right, I'm in the map. There we go. Should be some zombies. There you go. Hey, what's up, zombie? All right, now as you can see, this is zone 1 and this is zone 2.